Hello again, my fellow gamers. We're looking at some League of Legends again. More champions I like. This time, Garen. Garen is, he's old school for me. Like, when I first started playing League of Legends, I saw a champion spotlight on Garen and just researching the different characters. And when I saw he didn't have mana and how well Freak played him in the champion spotlight and just all the things he was capable of, I just immediately had to start playing him, and I did, and fell in love with him. And he helped to define my playstyle of liking the off-tank characters to play with mostly. As you can see, Wukong just blindly jumps into the brush and gets a rude awakening. I decided not to tower dive wisely. Spin to win almost gets Udyr, and I'm almost dead, running for my life from Nunu, who flashes to get close to me, and then Renekton pulls him off of me, luckily. I don't think he would have gotten to me anyway. I did pop a health potion, despite the fact that Gareth's passive is a really awesome regeneration, if you can see that icon next to the potion. Basically, if you if nothing has attacked you, you will begin to regenerate your health. I don't know, someone that knows more about this game than I do could probably tell you exactly what the regeneration rate on that is, but it's pretty effective. Gives you the ability to just pop into a bush and hide and wait and regenerate your health. It's not entirely fast, so the regeneration is not really that overpowering in my opinion, but it is very useful. Does give you the ability to, you won't run out of mana, so you don't have to go back for that. If you stay still long enough, now you can get in and fight and attack and hit things, but if they hit you, you stop regenerating, and you can tell that by the icon that pops up and the little animation. But basically, Garen's back to full health already, and getting his butt whipped again. Time to get away. See, there goes his regeneration again. He's just out of combat for a few seconds. And it's nice because you don't have to spend a lot of money on health potions in the early game. You can just sit there and, if you're patient, slowly heal back. If you're not patient, then buy the health potions and you'll heal twice as fast. A really good item is Doran's Shield, too, for Garen starting out. Since you don't have to worry about mana, all you need is the health regeneration, the extra armor, and that stuff. It's a good item to get. You won't go wrong with it. I usually start out with boots. I just like the speed advantage of being able to get away from people, and you can see it saved my life already early on in the game. Which, it's negligible if you start with his W skill first, because that gives you a speed boost for a few seconds in itself. And in addition, if you spec high enough into the, which I usually do, I'll either go 21 damage and 9 into defense, or 9 into damage, 21 into defense. But either way, you can get, you can put dodge runes on Garen and get the talent that will give you a small speed boost whenever you dodge. And in addition gives you more dodge value, so you can't go wrong with that on Garen. Also, cooldown related items are really nice to have, so since you don't have mana and the abilities don't cost health, really the only thing they cost you is a cooldown. So as long as if you can reduce your cooldowns, you can really spam Garen's abilities. And here I decide to get the heck out of dodge. Garen's E ability will give you, that's what causes him to spin around like that. Not only does it do damage to champions and minions, it does half damage to minions, but not only does it do damage, but it gets you out of snares. So there I was slowed by Nunu's ice blast skill, whatever it is, and I just used I believe it's called Judgment to spin and get myself unsnared and pick up a kill in the team fight in the process. So my regeneration is not going to start here as this minion keeps hitting me, but I think for about 3 seconds Oh, and the tower dive fail. Well, I've done that way too many times. Not smart. But hey, you get tunnel vision, you want to kill, and you get out of position, and the turret kills you. And Udyr has flashed to me, but I have my flash up. God, I love that spell, that skill. And now I pop my W ability, which gives me a speed burst. And I barely made it to the turret, because he was ready to stun me and probably finish me off. But I live, and I'm back to buy items. They recommend the Boots of Speed, which I believe I bought here and then realized that was not the direction I wanted to go, so I wasted some gold here. And I believe I think I went back and bought the... yeah, that's what I did. Sold them and bought the cooldown reduction boot. So I wasted some gold here, because obviously, like in most games, you can't sell it back for what you paid for it. You take a hit. C'est la vie. Moving on. See, there's a team fight breaking out up here. Trying to get in the mix. See what I can do. Speed boost. Nunu's now out of position. And I'm just going to peel off on whoever's furthest behind. Pop my shield for a little bit of durability. Get the hell out. Spin, make sure no slows are on me. League of Legends is a game all about positioning. Catch yourself out of position, you wind up getting killed. Where Renekton is very dangerous. Someone pops out of the woods, third person, he's finished. It's very smart to get back to your turret, especially with Garen, because then you just start to heal. Well, I probably should have gone and helped my teammate in that fight, so maybe he didn't die. But I didn't want to leave the turret and let the minions put all that extra damage on it. This is called a turret defense game. Defend your turrets. No point in being out of position fighting with that guy. Most games, that's just going to have somebody yelling at you because you didn't help them, but, you know, whatever. That's how I play the game. I'm playing to win, not necessarily rack up kills. And when the minions are putting damage on your turret, unless you play Heimerdinger, there's no way to get the turrets back, to get more health back on the turrets. So it's pretty key that you don't let it take damage as much as you can.
Fear not, I'm coming.
So I got that kill, and I haven't even used my ultimate yet, which comes now. Garen's ultimate is just flat out awesome. It's only against a single target, but it does more damage based on the amount of health they're missing. So when they're low on health and you drop that thing on them, it's going to do a ton of damage. And so it's basically an execute. When somebody gets low, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to kill them. With the exception of characters that are immune to death, like a Tryndamere. You drop that on a Tryndamere, when he's got his ultimate popped, he's not going to die. And I've sadly had that done a few more times than I'd like to admit. I took the advantage to try to push the turret a little bit, because again, it's not the object of the game is not only to defend your turrets, but to capture, but to destroy theirs. So a few hits here and there, as often as I could, is you know, I'll take it. And I was being pinged to come and help kill this dragon, which I'm a little late to do, but I figure getting some action on the turret is better than nothing at all. And I should be going down here to defend this turret, because it looks like they're pushing it pretty hard. So I'll pop my speed buff from my Q skill to give me a speed boost to try to get down there and do something about it. And they haven't put much damage on the turret. I don't think they actually got there, which is good. I decided not to chase because those guys are just retreating anyway. I don't think they're going to really get to him.
At your service.
And I want to bring the minions along anyway, so there's no sense in letting the minions sit there and fight, and we don't have them to help us push. Udyr catches himself badly out of position. And I am going to tower dive and drop my ultimate in his face. Now we're going to really put a hurting on this turret. With minions and 2 champions at least, Renekton decides to just take off. He doesn't want to kill the tower. That's awesome. But we get it down anyway. Which is hopefully what he was thinking. No, I shouldn't bag on him, because now he was going to defend our turret. That's what he was doing.
Fear not, I'm coming.
So as I'm running towards him, I've got the cameras focused on him to see how I can help. See if I can get there. And my ultimate is not up, so maybe an ignite. No, just judgment is all it takes. Spin to win. Garen is just one of my favorites. He does a lot of physical damage. He's got a silence. He's got a shield. He's got a run speed boost. He's got regeneration. He's got a nasty ultimate. And I'm not playing Garen tanky. I generally build him 9-21-0 in full defensive spec, and then just build DPS and or tanking items depending on what what the team needs. This match, I hadn't played a DPS Garen in a long time, and that's what I wanted to do. So I do believe I am spec 21 points in offense here, not defense, but I do have 9 points in defense with extra dodge and speed buff from dodging.
I will lead the charge.
And I'm working on a damage item. Executioner's Calling? No, Infinity Edge, I'm sorry, that's what it's called. So I'm working on Infinity Edge, which is like attack damage and a bunch of crit, because Garen's Judgment scales off of crit, so the more crit you have, the more that starts to hurt. So that's where Spin to Win comes from. Really puts a hurting on champions. Had every intent to dodge him. I'm sorry, to dive him under the tower. Apparently so did all my other teammates, and he goes down. So we are pretty much mopping the floor with him right now. It's not really pretty. We've got a lot of kills. We've got a gold advantage. We've got an experience advantage. Our minions are pushing them. Both of their towers are down. Their first 2 turrets, that is. And we're working towards the next ones. I'm going to pop to the bottom and make sure that our minions keep putting the pressure on them. Which Garen can get good at minion farming a little later in the game when the damage from his judgment scales up. He'll usually kill all the minions within 1 key press of the judgment skill. This is a dangerous place to be, so I'm actually going to get in there a little bit and then pull out. I mean, I do want to help Trend, but he's got his ultimate, so he's probably not afraid to stay in there a little longer. You know, he can go immune, but he finally decides to get out of there because we have not put enough damage on him to really get a kill. Try to go for a kill, so it's time to really get the heck out of Dodge and spend some of that gold we've been earning, get even more powerful, so problems compound. Renekton pushes the top tower and gets a kill. Always nice. We're playing, in my opinion, 3 very powerful champions. None of these guys use mana. They're all in my favorite champion rotation, although I do really suck with Trendemir. I've seen people play him really well, and he can be a monster, but I'm just not one of them. Maybe it'll take some more practice, but he's another champion that doesn't use mana. Was converted recently to use a Fury mechanic, much like Renekton does. I'll cover probably at least Renekton in a future video, because I do use him a lot as well. So I'm back buying some items now. Got my Infinity Edge, and gonna work on some Some more tanky items. Get a little armor and health. Just for a little more beef, so that I can stand in the fights a little longer. Part of the reasons I play off tanks so much. I like to be able to get in there and mix it up. I can see some action going on at the top of the map now, and I'm trying to work my way there. So now that we've got numbers and minions and a few of their guys dead, it's a good opportunity to push their tower. I didn't do it there, but of note, Garen's Q ability will do damage to the turrets in a pretty significant chunk, as opposed to auto attack damage. And that was pretty awesome. He thought he was going to get back to safety, and I just barely dodged the big laser of doom from shooting me in the face, but got my my execute, my ultimate off, and just killed him right on the steps there. Poor Udyr. And I think here we're going to pretty much wrap it up. A lot of them are dead. They've been aced. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Garen, one of my favorite champions. Love him. There you see the new UI coming with Dominion. We get the win. Tryndamere does a dance on their steps. And GG. Garen, awesome. Love him. You should try him out. Peace.